Well, hello. This is potentially the start of something new here. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue to do things like this. I am mainly testing this out to see how it will interact with my instruments for recordings, which I will do probably after this weekend. This is, I guess, if you want to call it something, it is a test run of potential self-talking podcast, if you want to call it that, if anything. Yeah, so today was rather weird. Today was rather weird. First of all, we had a thunderstorm that started around 2 a.m. as I was starting to go to sleep. And then I was awakened by a massive thunderclap. And I. So, most of you might not know this, but I absolutely hate thunder and lightning. I also don't like the rain very much. And so, of course, all of that happened at around 2:30 this morning, which mean which meant that I did not get much sleep today. I probably got maybe 4 hours, if that, when I wasn't trying to not be deathly afraid of the strikes of lightning and the thunder. But yeah, so that was fun. Then my phone went off twice for a flash flood warning. One at 4 a.m. this morning, and then again at around 7 a.m. So I am a bit tired. Uh, to put it lightly, I think the better term would be I am fucking exhausted. Yeah, that's the best way that I can put that. Other than that, what did I do today? I went downtown to Rev. Um, I went to Rev. I what did I do while I was there? Yes, did some life planning. Planned out my trip to Europe. I am going to Europe, and then after the summer, I will be going and living in Ireland, and I'll be attending the Royal Irish Academy of Music there for my DMA candidacy, which should be awesome, and I'm really excited to do it. Unfortunately, Ireland, well, really Europe in general, was really expensive, and there are so many things that I need to do. Even though I feel like I should just already be there right now, but it'll all be worth it, I feel, especially with how things have been going here. But alas, we can. Let's see, what else after that? So after that, I went to. Where did I go afterwards? Oh, yes, I went thrifting. It was unsuccessful today because nothing was in my size that interested me. I don't really do bright colors in my everyday wear. However, if you have seen my videos from Denmark, particularly the one where I'm playing the Reinhold Glier octets, where I have a red tuxedo jacket and a purple vest on. Yeah, that's a different story. But it looked cool. I love it. I love that jacket. I love that vest. I'm probably gonna wear it again, um, sometime soon. Hopefully again. But yeah, so after that, went thrifting, and then I stopped at Best Buy because I felt the need. Well, one, I really wanted to get a microphone today, and that was priority number one, was getting a microphone because I want to start teaching online, and I also want to eventually as a goal of mine to have my own recording studio of some sort. It doesn't have to be completely amazing, but I want to be able to home record my own stuff so that I don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do so. RIP Parma Recordings. It's okay. That was a life lesson learned that recordings are very fucking expensive. That all being said, and then after that, I got the microphone. Oh, I got a new wallet as well. I don't know if you've heard of Ridge wallets, but there was one in stock, and I really needed a new wallet. My old one had served me well for about a decade, which I'm very grateful for. However, it is leather, and it's starting to peel right at where the wallet folds on that one. So I just decided to get a new wallet today, and I had money to do so. So yeah, there is that. Got the microphone, got the wallet. What else did I get today? Oh yeah. Oh right. Um, I also got a new pin for my Kindle because I really needed it. My other one broke. Somehow, again, in the same spot, but it only cost $10, so I'm not really surprised. But yeah, other than that, I came home, bought groceries because we really needed them, and I decided to not go to Festival International de Louisiane today because I am exhausted. I'm exhausted, and I went out last night and kind of partied my face off. But it was a good time. I got to hang out with people, got to hang out with some of my best friends, and I'm gonna be going away. So yeah, that's a little bit about what I did today. Um, let's see. I guess I could talk about what the hell I'm doing in July through August, I guess. Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. Like I said earlier, I am going to be moving to a different country. I'm going to be moving to Ireland, Dublin specifically. But beforehand, I am going to be attending quite a few festivals and masterclasses. And I believe, as of right now, in order, I will be starting in Oons in Denmark for French Connection Academy, or Académie Connexion de Français, as the French might say. So that'll be about a week. That'll be from the 1st of July to the 6th. Then I will be doing Cameristica Festival out in Brussels. And that'll be from July 14th to July 20th. And then going to Fieststravaganza, which I've never heard of, but it is going to be in Berlin. I've never been to Germany before. Not in any real sense other than like the Frankfurt am Main airport, but being in the airport and actually being in the country are two completely different things, right? But yeah, so we're gonna do that. And then from there, I've got like a week. Oh, no, sorry, not a week, because that is from the 23rd to the 31st. Yeah, the 23rd to the 31st of July. And then on August 2nd, I'll be in Philipsburg for the 5th International Chamber Orchestra Festival, which is really funny because they were the first ones to accept me when I was applying for everything, other than Berlin Opera Academy. But I couldn't drop 2,000 euros on an entire summer in Berlin at the time, so I opted not to do it. But it's okay. It's all good. I think I would rather travel more and see more cities than to just stay in one city for a long time, and especially since I'm going to be staying in Dublin for 4 years, possibly, possibly even more, since I plan on getting a second citizenship eventually. But yeah, so there's that. Um, yeah, I am currently recording from my bedroom. I am currently on my bed talking into this microphone, and it's kind of exciting. I'll be honest. Um, what else is there to What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna be in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm doing the music. It's an all Disney music concert, which I'm not really that excited about. But it's for the Louisiana Philharmonic. They asked me about like a month ago if I was available, and I said yeah, I'm available. Um, it'll be my second and probably my last time playing with them, since the summers are kind of slow, and I'll be in a different continent come the summer. But yeah, so I'm doing that. Gotta drive pretty early. I have to be there for a 10 a.m. rehearsal, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That all being said, that is pretty much what I have been up to and my plans for the near future. And maybe I might post this little clip to YouTube or TikTok or maybe Instagram. I'm not sure. Definitely not to Spotify because, my God, Spotify is terrible. Not to say that Instagram and YouTube aren't, but I digress. I probably am going to get in a lot of trouble just for saying that, now that I think about it. Oops. Um, but yeah, I am going to inherently avoid talking about some things, at least until I am out of the country, because there my demographic is not quite under attack yet. However, it is only a matter of time. So yeah, but I am trying to live life. Um, Trying to just keep my head above water, not crash out completely. And yeah, so that's about it for me as of right now. And I'll see if anything else interesting that's worth talking about happens. Um, but yeah, so long story short, I am going to be in Europe for, well, definitely for the foreseeable future, but also permanently. And I've still got some forms and applications to fill out, and I need to talk to the Royal Irish Academy of Music about some things, namely, um, if they know anything that might be able to help me out so that I'm not flying blind for the Irish government. Because I don't like dealing with governments already. Um, Not because I genuinely dislike the Irish government or anything. I have no bias to or against the Irish government. Um, but you know, being an immigrant is difficult. It's not easy. Um, and that is exactly what I will be come September 1st officially. So yeah, wow, who could have imagined that I would be in a different country well, even 2, 3 years ago. Um, and now I've been to Europe twice. Once in Poland and once in Vilasand, which is on the west coast of Denmark. Vilasand's beautiful. It's amazing. If you really like beaches, so all you people from California who think their beaches are awesome, nah, you ain't seen anything. Trust me. But yeah. Then just as a side note, um, you Denmark is kind of expensive, to be honest. Um, I'll give you a little story. So I was in Copenhagen, or rather, they call it Copenhagen, is what the Danes call it in their native language, which is Danish, obviously. Um, and I was in Copenhagen Lufthavn, which is the airport, and I ordered some Burger King. Now, me seeing a Burger King in an airport, I was kind of suspicious, not gonna lie, and surely I'm thinking to myself, oh, it'll be just like home, right? No. This was some of the best Burger King that I have ever had, and I almost cried. It was so good, but it cost me like, oh man. So those like what? Oh man. Okay, I gotta do some thinking here. So uh, at the moment, the U.S. dollar is about 6.9 Danish kroner, something like that. So yeah, it was about like 50 Danish krona for my Whopper, my chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink, which I don't want to think of how expensive that is right now. But that being said, it was it worth it? Yeah. Did I enjoy Burger King for the first time since God knows how long? Yeah, I also did. So, but yeah, a cup of coffee can cost you about like $7 in Denmark, and that's normal. So yeah, if you go to Denmark, if you decide to want to go to Denmark, or really any country in Scandinavia, they're really expensive. Things are expensive there, but if you have the money, I think you'll have a great time in Denmark, which is why I'm going back. So yeah. Anyways, I have talked continuously straight for about 17 minutes now, and I need some water. So I'm gonna sign off for now, and I'll continue testing this mic. And hopefully, the next time you hear from me will be with my instruments. So yeah, um, dobranoc, and have a good night. Dobranoc, it quite literally means good night in Polish. Um, and maybe next time I'll talk to you about why I'm learning the languages that I'm learning, which is, you know, probably maybe something you might be interested in. So, yeah, anyways, goodbye, good night, and I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are in the world.